This video contains content that may be confronting.
Well, police in Victoria believe they've solved the horrendous cold case of an elderly woman who was sexually assaulted twice in her own home. The case of Melbourne woman Jessie Lauder frustrated sex crime detectives, but this morning an arrest was finally made. Jessie Thompson joins us from Melbourne for more on this. Hi Jessie, so what do we know about this case?
Hi Ruby. Well, this really is a remarkable breakthrough in, as you said, a horrendous attack that went unsolved for 4.5 decades, basically. It was actually two attacks, both perpetrated against an elderly woman, a widow, in her home in Newport in Melbourne's west in the early 1980s. In the first attack, police say that the offender broke into the woman's house through the back door of her property in about September of 1981 and then sexually assaulted her. Police say the second attack followed about 2 years later in July of 1983 when an offender came through the front door and again sexually assaulted this woman, Jessie Lauder. Now, police have been operating on the assumption that the same offender was involved in both attacks because of comments that he made to the effect of referencing the first attack during the second incident. He also warned her not to talk to police. Now, police have described this case as a very complex and long one that's played out over several decades, with members going off to new departments and new roles while they continued to investigate this. In 2016, police launched a $500,000 reward for anybody who came forward with information. And then just about 10 days ago, on the 14th of January, they renewed their appeal for public information. And detectives at the time said that they were narrowing their search and that they believe the person responsible was someone who would have lived in the area at the time that these attacks occurred. Now, just today, they've come out and said that they've arrested a 69-year-old man from Hoppers Crossing in Melbourne's southwest over the incident. He's currently being interviewed by police. We don't have many more details in terms of what the information was that led them to this man, but it's certainly a bittersweet moment for the family of this elderly woman because she passed away in 1993, and police have today thanked their advocacy over the years that followed. This is obviously a case that would have had a significant impact on the final years of this woman's life as well as her family. And police have issued a statement from the Sex Crime Squad today saying that though Jessie is no longer with us, this is a momentous day for her family and in particular her grandson Malcolm, who fought incredibly long and hard for justice for almost 44 years. So quite a long period of time that this case has played out. That grandson is indeed an elderly man himself now, and Ruby will be keeping an ear out for any charges that may get laid later this afternoon and any further public comments from the police.